room 17.
So you head up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking up the stairs, you see Chandler's doing the whole, like, scan the corner type thing. Obviously, he's got some street smarts. When you get to the 3rd floor, someone gets in your way and goes, "What y'all doing here, white boys?"
Just visiting a friend.
Who's your friend?
Well, that's a tough one.
Yeah, if you give them a stealth pseudonym, they may not recognize it, or they may, and it might be bad.
Let's see, there's probably other names on the 4th floor list, so she'll probably just give one of those.
Chandler whispers to you, "Do you trust me?"
Sure.
Who's the guy and goes, "We need to talk to the hoodoo lady." "Oh, Ridley, why you need to talk to the hoodoo lady, man?" "I got crossed." "You don't look like you're from the deep south. You sound like you're from somewhere near Chicago." "I am from Chicago. My bitch of an ex-wife is from Louisiana." "And these are the young ladies that caused my bitch of an ex-wife to hex me."
Okay.
The guy's eyes shoot up. "Well, if it's gotta happen, man, at least it was worth it." And he takes you over to the room, and he knocks on the door. Tap, 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 tap. He's her doorman.
Ah.
There's no answer. He's like, "What the hell?" He knocks on the door again. "Wait here." He pulls out a very large revolver.
Oh.
"Wait here." He uses his key on the door. He proceeds to walk in. Give me a notice roll.
4.
You were in the wrong spot.
Papa, he's cute.
Okay, he's cute and he's your baby. He's in the wrong fucking spot. Alright, so you have a 4.
Yep, 4.
Tabby has a 10. Chandler has a 14. Okay, so what'd you have again?
4.
First thing you notice when the guy opens the door is you see some signs of disarray in the room.
Oh boy.
Some stuff's been knocked over.
Oh boy.
Tabby goes, "Blood. Lots of blood.
Oh no.
Something's dead too." And Chandler goes, "Yeah, that's not the worst of it. There's evil in this room." "Oh, that's comforting coming from you." Tabby snipes at him.
Oh great.
"What is it with you? Did I step on your tail or something? You really want to know? You really want to know?" Speech roll, calm them both down.
I got a 5.
You only need a 4.
Would you guys please pay attention to the fact that everybody I know is getting killed off here?
"Sacra Blue! Stella, no!
Great. Just great. Fantastic. Absolutely fucking fantastic. My life is just going down the toilet.
You finish walking into the room.
She'll peek.
You can't see anything from the door.
Should we even go inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've already seen coming here. We're already on the cameras.
Goes in.
Okay. So you walk in, and when you get fully into the room, then you can start to smell it. But it's nothing to you like it is to poor Tabitha, who's, is a predatory breed, so to her the smell's got even stronger.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been slaughtered in this apartment. Specifically, a lot of cats have been slaughtered in this apartment. Some of them are hanging from the ceiling by their tails. They've been skinned.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like, from the way the meat is discolored and things on it, that they were boiled.
Nice.
Some of them have their midsections cut open.
Ew.
Without getting a full notice roll, and that's all you can get from there. And they're hanging all from over the ceiling. Estella lies face down in a cauldron full of something that's bubbling. And it looks like it's blood. How it's being heated, you have no idea because you don't smell any smoke, you don't smell any fire. But in the cauldron, she's laying hip in. You can tell something killed her because she's got wound marks in her back.
Okay, what the effing hell was she getting into?
I don't know. I don't know, Tabitha says, and you tell Tabitha. Excuse me. Between the fight earlier today and all the blood and smell in this room, Tabitha's having problems keeping it together.
If you want to just wait outside, Tabitha, go ahead. I know it's probably hard on you.
Yeah. She goes outside in the hallway. Chandler's like, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'll go keep her company until you're done. See if you notice anything here that's important. Then let me take a look at the room.
Alrighty.
I gotta go comfort the kitty cat.
Just pet her really nice and slow.
That needs a psyche roll. As he's walking away, he just kind of gives you the finger over his shoulder without looking. He makes his psyche roll. He doesn't react. All right, so you walk into the room and to this area where she's been murdered, and you've got that cauldron that's bubbling somehow. It's heated. The base in it does seem to be blood from the smell, and it doesn't seem to be human blood, other than what trace elements of hers. It seems like the whole thing is filled full of cat blood.
Okay.
And you see some things floating in the cauldron too.
Ew.
The poor guy is just crying. He's beside himself. He's holding on to the body's leg and got his leg, his cheek against it. He's just totally struck in sorrow. What do you do?
He's going to inspect the cauldron.
Okay, so you inspect the cauldron. Give me a notice roll.
Ooh.
You succeed. There are lots of dead cats in this cauldron, and it looks like, just like you surmised from the ones hanging from the ceiling, that they were boiled alive.
Okay. Would she know of any, spells that might involve
Roll your lore.
Okay. 2, 6, 4.
12 minus 4, you have 2 successes. You know of an item that comes from hoodoo legends called a black cat bone. The process for creating a black cat bone is first you have to find a totally black cat, not a speck of white or anything else on it. Then you have to boil it alive. After it's boiled alive, you have to skin it, take the chest, break it open, and pull out the sternum bone. Supposedly, if you're wearing the sternum bone in a bag made of the skin, you are invisible and things do not see you.
Huh.
You know of no hexen beast that has ever actually pulled this off. Again, it falls into human folklore. But all the basics of how hexen beasts explain magic, death, blood, sacrifice, all that stuff, are all there. So in theory, it should work.
Without moving Estella's body too much, you'll see is there anything on her?
Yes. Estella still has her jewelry on her, her clothing. Her wallet's still there.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like as you're looking at the body, you have any medicine skill?
No.
You can't tell if she drowned in the blood or if she was stabbed to death and just fell that way. It does appear that it happened from behind because you don't see any signs of a fight. As you look around the room, the stuff that's disordered seems like somebody was looking for something.
Okay. Well, she'll take a closer inspection of the room then.
Give me another notice roll.
4.
You find things you expect to find in a conjure room. You find some components. You find some bottles. You find Estella's books. They were not taken with her, as far as her journals and her magical experiments. They're all written in Creole, though.
Oh, great.
You can tell what they are because of the diagrams, but you have no idea what the spells are.
Great. Okay. That's helpful. I don't know, she'd probably just continue looking around for clues.
You end up in the bedroom, and in the bedroom you tell Estelle was not staying here alone.
Huh.
There are definitely, men's clothing in the closet.
Are they Gregory's?
No.
No? Okay.
Although, you do see Gregory's watch on the table.
Huh. That's odd. I wonder if she could use that watch to find him.
Yes, that would be magically possible.
She'll snag the watch.
Okay, you pocket the watch. What else do you do?
Just look for anything else that might give her a clue as to what happened.
At this point, you've probably been searching for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well...
The guy who's crying over the body is starting to quiet down. He's just kind of sitting there morosely holding on to the leg.
Mm-hmm. I look up to him.
He looks up at you. Who would do this to my beautiful Stella? What crazy bald-head would do this?
I don't know. This, there's some men's clothes in her bedroom. Was somebody staying here with her?
I was.
It was just you?
Sometimes Estella would sleep over. I would guard the place while she wasn't here. I can't really do a Jamaican accent well. He's a Jamaican.
Okay. Have you noticed anything weird?
There were times when Estella would have other people over and she would have me just watch the hallways in the building to make sure nobody was interrupting them. It usually would happen when the blonde girl would come over. And it happened when the blonde girl was here with her boyfriend.
Blonde girl?
Yeah, a young blonde girl, probably about 21, 22.
Okay. And her boyfriend?
Yeah, handsome-looking, snotty guy.
Handsome-looking, snotty guy.
Yeah.
That describes Gregory. She probably would have a picture of Gregory, so she'll show him a picture. Was it this guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Okay, so him and his girlfriend. He moved on pretty fast. Oh, okay, I'm gonna let the other fellow in here with me. He's a private investigator, so he's helping. He'll be able to help with the case.
We're not calling the cops.
Okay.
No, say it with me. We are not calling the cops. The police have no part in this.
Okay,
I want this person.
I won't call the cops. It goes out to Chandler. Okay, your turn to take a peek.
When you arrive, Chandler is talking to her. She doesn't want to touch him. She doesn't want him anywhere near him. She's still scared to shit of him. But he's closer to her. And he's actually right in front of her talking to say, look, I know this is hard to accept. Bad people do bad things. Don't worry. We're going to catch him. Chandler looks up and he goes, what's up?
Well, I took a look around. Apparently Gregory and his girlfriend, some 20-some blonde chick, have come by before. And I think I know the spell that she was trying to pull off. I don't know if she really tried to pull it off. It's something from folklore. I've never heard anybody being able to do it, but, you know, it involves cats.
What do you think she was trying to do?
Invisibility.
See if he knows the lore. Looks like he's going to get a success on that. He looks at you and he's like, a black cat bone?
Yeah.
Here, I thought those only showed up in the song. There's actually a blues song about this thing.
Huh.
Alright. Let me go ahead and check the room. So he goes in, he does his thing. When he comes out, he's like, it had to be somebody who knows her. No signs of forced entry, which means she knows who this person was. So we need to see if we can get our hands on the security tapes before the cops get here.
The guy in there doesn't want us calling the cops.
Does it mean somebody else who's here who heard the wailing isn't going to call them?
True.
Tab looks up because you think someone in this building is going to willingly call the police. Chandler looks at her, thinks about it for a minute, and goes, I admit it's unlikely, but it might happen, so we have to get those tapes, we have to get them fast.
Okay. I'm game.
Alright, so you guys walk down to the lobby. There is a lobby clerk behind the desk. This being, at this point now, probably early afternoon. The manager would be here. What do y'all do?
She's not a cloak and dagger type person.
Chandler sits there, thinks about it. Goes, okay, let's see here. In the state of New York, impersonating an officer carries with it such and such a penalty. What can I pull out that sounds vaguely official that won't get me in trouble? Oh. Okay. He reaches into his pocket. He starts pulling out some fake IDs.
Okay.
He pages through the business cards, comes out the business card he wants. He goes, follow my lead. He walks in, he knocks on the door. And just like, what do you want? He holds up a card from the health department. The guy looks at it, looks at him and goes, "Let me see your badge." Chandler looks the guy in the eyes. Oh, nice roll. And with a 16-20, with a 22, he says to the guy, "You make me pull my badge out. You get uppity with me like that, I'll find a violation. I'm not here for you. I'm here to check up on one of my fellow workmen." "What do you mean?" "Got a guy I think is slacking off, not checking buildings like he should be. I need to see your security footage to see if he showed up."
Nice.
When Chandler tells this lie, Tabitha looks at you, looks back at him, looks at you and whispers, "That was way too easy for him.
He's a PI.
He's a..."
So?
"All right, fine. I'll get the tapes for you. Follow me. Who are these two broads?" "Broads?" Tabby says, now her attention on the manager. "Broads? I worked hard to get in with the city government, thank you very much. I had to go to 2 years of community college. What have you done? A correspondence course for 20 hours in hotel management?" The guy actually looks cowed. "Broad? How would you like a civil suit for harassment?" "Agent," says Chandler, totally playing off of her, "it's okay. I'm sure the gentleman didn't mean to be impolite." "No, I didn't mean to be impolite." "Good, let's get those tapes." Chandler whispers to her, "A little thick, but I like it." You walk into another office. He sets up security footage. He goes, "So what tapes do you want to see from where until when?" Let me see all of last week." "Last week it is." So he starts paging through the video. Now at this point we do a research roll.
Oh, I don't have research.
Oh, didn't think you would.
Why would she have research? She's a sales manager.
Chandler, though, does.
Good. Well, I got a exploder.
Okay.
So 2, 4, 3, 7, 8, 9.
You see it and he sees it at the same time. Sure enough, there's Gregory walking to her apartment a couple of nights ago. And he's got Samantha and Martika with him.
Okay.
Now remember, the guy upstairs said his girlfriend singular, not his girlfriends plural.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of them didn't want to be seen. Samantha's the blonde one, right?
Samantha is blonde.
So...
Martika is a brunette.
Okay. Well...
So they walk up to the door. Gregory knocks on it. Estella opens it, motions for them to come in, and says the cameras don't go into the house.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what happens. But 15 minutes later, Samantha's walking out crying, and it looks like someone has hit her. She's also holding her wrist, and you see blood.
Ooh. Okay.
And Chandler's like, well, that's a loving family.
Well, her sister's a real bitch.
Are these guys your agents? No, just we feel like we need to report that to the police. I mean, after all, you've got video footage here of, an altercation going. Do we really have to notify the police? I mean, they're not here anymore. Chandler's like, I realize it's not my department, and maybe I could just focus on my job if I had some incentive. The apartment guy looks at him like, I can't believe you're shaking me down. How's a 10 spot? A 10 spot? Well, look like I want a dog, a cup of coffee, and some fries. You need to roll a psyche. That's a callback, and you got it. She makes hers too.
3.
Okay. You're right. It's let me get you tickets. I got a pair of Yanks tickets. Do I look like a Yanks man to you? Oh, Jesus, I figured you'd be a Mets fan. Look, man, sorry, $100 for each of us. They're going to need a shopping spree to, feel good about doing their job. All right, give me a second. The guy goes into the lockbox, pulls out $300 and puts it on the barrel head. Chandler counts it out, hands it both of you. We saw nothing. We were never here. If this guy shows up, he produces a random picture. You're going to call me right away at this number. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, you do that, I'll kick it back to you. Really? Yeah, I really want this guy more than I want the money. Really? Yeah, really, this guy's worth more than $300. Okay, I'll take care of you. All right, good, thanks. They walk out. Tabitha goes, who was that picture of him? I don't know, I cut it out of a JCPenney catalog. What about the number? I made it up. What, you think that guy's really going to call? Well, you offered him money. That don't mean shit. He's probably got a gang he has to pay money to. Why do you think he wanted us out of there so fast? We don't need to be part of this man's world, Tabitha says to you.
He's helping me out, so...
Kitty cat, you see her rankle at that.
Oh boy.
I'm so sorry. But you are now part of this world whether you want to be or not. Somebody decided they don't like your roommate.
I don't know why.
And unless you're willing to move out and leave her alone to face him alone, that means they're not going to like you either.
Well, it might be a good idea, because I can't tell you how bad it's going to get.
I am not leaving you, Tabby says.
Aww.
You're my only friend. I mean, we've been together forever. And Chandler goes... And Tabby just looks like she's going to kill him. She turns, she starts to vogue, and then she backs off because of the eyes thing. She's now partially hiding behind you, and she's like, will you stop that? Chandler's like, you're right. I shouldn't tease you so much. I do apologize. It's just I want to get it through your head. I am one of the good guys here, and, well, you're making it kind of easy for me. But I'll try to hold my sarcastic impulses in check. I'll be a perfect gentleman.
Okay, now my character just starts laughing her ass off. She can't help it at that point. Tabby
looks at you, looks at him, and says, stop cackling, witch, and feed me, damn it.
Okay.
All right, so Chandler's like, food's a great idea. You two go get something to eat. You still have bereavement time from work, right?
Yeah, though it ends next week.
Meet me tomorrow in New York Public Library. We got some research to do.
Okay.
What are we going to find at the library? Gee, I don't know, Kitty. Sorry, my bad. I don't know, Miss Purr. There's this thing out there called books and records and paperwork. Perhaps you've heard of it. It's what bad guys don't want guys like us to find. You don't have to be snotty about it.
No, that's Gregory.
I'll see you two lovely young ladies tomorrow morning. Sharp. 9 o'clock at the library.
Okay.
Where are we meeting tomorrow?
9 o'clock at the library.
Where are we meeting tomorrow? Yes, Tabitha. 9 o'clock at the library. Excellent. And it needs to go without, and it doesn't need to be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. It'd be best if you didn't tell your Vesson friends that you're working with a Grimm. They might freak.
They're not going to hear anything about it from me.
All right. Now, since you guys are already tracked on the train once tonight...
I was thinking a cab.
He looks around. Don't think it's an option.
What do you mean?
Tabby goes, rats.
More?
Subway? Subway, we gotta lose him in the crowd.
Oh, great. Note to self, stop being a good Samaritan.
Now you're talking like a New Yorker. You who accused them of having no soul last week. No, it's not that they don't have a soul. It's that they know this is a shitty thing, man. This is a shitty thing. All right. So you head down to the subway. Do you have stealth?
No. This is my character. She's not stealthy.
I know. You made your character.
She's a sales manager. Why the hell would she be stealthy?
Where did he go? Tabby suddenly says, panicked, because Chandler does have stealth, and he just disappeared on you guys.
Calm down. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
We gotta get in a bus. We gotta get in a bus. We gotta get in a car. We gotta get in a car now.
Calm down. We'll get there.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to finish this deck, and the cards are stiff because the deck is basically brand new. Should probably use my old ratty one, but I've always liked B's because the B cards are very durable. They last a long time. My first B deck lasted almost 4 years.
Nice.
And that was the one we were using to play Deadlands with back in the day before they had the Savage World Systems. They had the Deadlands system. That one lasted really well, and I liked it a lot. Okay, so you jump in to a subway station, and you hear the rat guys go, "There they are!" And you look, and there's a bunch of Hispanic guys, and now you can tell they're all wearing their colors.
Oh.
The colors they're wearing are that same weird symbol I showed you earlier that you couldn't identify.
Oh, nice.
So they're in league with whoever tried to whack those cops.
Nice.
So that's 2 strikes they have against you now. You ruined the hit, and you and Tabby killed one of them.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You don't need to, walk under any ladders or... that would just be bad. Not to mention all that room full of black cats. That might count as crossing your path kind of thing.
Could she throw a luck curse at them?
Your luck curse has 2 versions. The first is a potion, the second is a ritual.
Oh.
You do not have time in combat to throw a ritual.
I've got PRT on here for it.
PRT, potion, P. R, ritual.
Ritual. What's T?
Probably just me initiating RT as a ritual.
No, it was something separate.
The only thing you should have separate is your telekinesis right now.
T.
Your telekinesis should have an H behind it for a hex.
Well, I have her telekinesis here, but then on here it's like...
You have the love charm, the luck curse, and what else?
I have the luck curse, love potion, and the anti-weird potion.
Anti-weird potion. Yeah, so the RT is a ritual. It wasn't something else, I swear.
No, I'm pretty sure it was something else.
Not when I wrote the rules. I don't know what I was thinking when I told you that, but it should only be rituals and
Apparently
potions.
we're thinking something.
Well, that's what it is right now. I'm sorry.
So what's involved in the ritual?
Ritual components, because you have to have certain components together. There's a process and a couple of rolls you have to make. For instance, potions, you have to make a brewing roll because you're brewing the potion. If you're casting the ritual on somebody, so I'm going to say potion is that method by herbalism. The potion method uses the herbalism skill. The ritual method uses the weirding skill. And when you're doing that, it's like, like someone using a voodoo doll, which you have to have something of the target. You have to have a doll. You have to like a candle flame, some other accoutrement to make it all happen. So it's not a combat thing. There isn't a lot of combat magic per se in the Grimm universe from what we've seen. They're mostly Vestin abilities, which are different.
Okay.
So, all right, one last shuffle. Don't fall apart of me. All right, so you look, and you've got a gang of at least 7 or 8 guys trailing you.
Yay! She's so excited.
Where do you go?
There you go, subway.
All right, so you
Get lost in the crowd.
and Tabby run into a subway car. And in this subway car, there are unfortunately very few people. You have found the one subway car in all of New York.
Fabulous.
The one subway train that doesn't seem to have a lot of people on it. There's only 3 people in this car when you get in.
They suck.
There's one guy here sitting in the corner. One guy here standing, and another guy here just kind of chilling out when you guys come in through the door. And the gang is like almost right behind you. What do you do?
Could she like telekinetically hold the doors closed so they can't
Yes.
get in? She'll do that.
Spend a PowerPoint.
Oh.
Well, actually, you may not have to spend a PowerPoint. The way it's going to work this. Roll your weirding first to use your telekinesis to close the door, which I should have had you do last time to check your PowerPoints. I need to remember to do that too.
Not mine. I got a 10.
You manage to get a hold of the door and close it. Roll again to see if there's any drain.
What do I roll?
Same thing, weirding.
I got a 3.
Yes. Now you have 2 choices. You can spend a PowerPoint to represent the drain, or you can make a vigor roll to try to keep from being exhausted. But if you fail the vigor roll, you gain a level of fatigue.
Mm.
Think of the show when Juliet grabs the Vanacor's tail.
Mm-hmm.
She has that whole fight with Adeline, and she's never really tired because she's making her drain rolls. The Vanacor's quick, but she hit him with that tail that took a lot out of her at the time. So if you fail it, you can be fatigued, and fatigue is bad. It puts a negative on everything you tried to do.
She'll just spend the PowerPoint.
Okay.
I haven't spent one
So
anyway. So
you lose PowerPoint, and you're not fatigued, so that's good. You have 2 left for the game session. The doors close. The gang gets up there, and they can't get in. Punta, bitch! And these guys go running for the other door. I'll make a run check to see if they get there in this turn. They have D8s for their athletics, because they are very athletic people. One of them lags behind, but 4 of them manage to get to the second door and get into the car. One of them actually stops there to hold the doors open. So his buddies will catch up to him next round, and we need to draw.
Yay.
Okay. So, in this combat, we have Chandler, Chelsea, and Tabitha. And we have Nizumi 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to put them in pairs. 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and then 9 is the ringleader. Are you going to Vogue?
Yeah.
Keep in mind that while you're Vogued, Chandler's here. Every turn you see him, you have to make a guts check.
Urgh.
Yeah, that's the problem working with a Grimm.
And she's not used to it yet.
Nope.
Fuck.
I was actually thinking that to fully get used to it requires either a lot of consistent rolls or buying the edge Grimm adaptation. You're used to seeing that look, so it no longer bothers you.
Okay. Well, she can't see Chandler at the moment, right?
You don't even know where he is. You're like, where the hell did he go? There's not much room in this place for him to hide, and yet somehow, if he's with you, you don't see him.
She'll go ahead and Voga then, because she doesn't know where he is.
Chandler keeps the 3 of hearts. Since you're Volga, you can draw 2. Ooh, one of them is an ace of hearts.
Yay!
Seeing you Volg, she Volgs, she gets a 7 of spades. A great card, but it is a spade. Seeing that you guys are Volging, they're Volging. Which means now they draw 2 each. We get a 10 of hearts. Ooh, a joker.
What is with you and giving them jokers?
There's only 52 cards in the deck. There's 2 of them jokers. And when everybody's got essentially the quick advantage, and there's a lot of you, I'm going to keep going through the deck till I find them. Also, when you draw a joker, you have to, I forgot, whenever you draw a joker, you have to reshuffle the deck. That one's got an ace of diamonds, and that one's going to take a 10 of spades. And the leader, oh, the leader's not going very fast at all. He has a 10 of clubs. So since I have to reshuffle that deck, I'll put those cards there, put these cards here, and we'll get to that later. Alright, so the first thing we're doing is new battle map. So here's your situation in this subway car. So the first people to go, the Joker guys will not go right away. They're going to hold it so they can interrupt an action later. That means the first person to go is the Ace of Hearts, you.
Okay.
What do you do?
Yes.
And keep in mind, right now, you're concentrating on keeping that door closed.
Yeah.
Telekinetically.
Yeah.
Can I recommend something? So you have to keep concentrating on it? Wreck it.
Okay.
Bend it so they can't
Okay.
open the door. Jam it.
That's another weirding thing, right?
That is correct.
Ooh, it exploded.
That's good, because since it's metal, it's got a fairly high toughness.
7, 8, and 5.
You have a 20? Well, it's a door. It's not going to move. So that means the base to hit it would be 4. You have... Well, actually, it's not going to move. It would be a 2, now I think about it. So 20 minus 2 leaves 18. 18 divided by 4 is 4, roughly.
Yeah, 4 roughly. 4.
You have 4 successes. You get to roll your psyche, your spirit. Your spirit plus 4d6 for damage on this door. The door has a toughness of 11. If you do more than 11 points, you warp it enough that they can't get through.
Okay. Got 7, 1.
That's 8, and then you have to roll 3 more dice.
Of what? Which one am
D6s.
D6s.
Yeah, bonus damage is always D6s.
Oh, that one exploded. Yeah.
So you turn the door, the whole thing kind of warps, you hear the lock buckle, and the whole thing mixes. And the 2 guys out there, 2 of them get caught up trying to open the door, not realizing that the door is warped out.
I have commission now.
Okay, the next person to go then is 2 guys with the ace of diamonds. Because the Joker still doesn't want to act just yet. They run towards you since they just saw you do your thing. 4, 5, 6. That puts him up there with Tabby, whereas here, if he stays there, he can get the gang up bonus and he doesn't have to risk fighting Tabby on the same round. Well, actually, fighting against Tabby on the same action, I should say, although in the round she can still move to him.
Mm.
Okay. So they come up there, and using their gang attack bonus, they try to gang up on you. Your parry is?
It is a 6 at the moment.
Now they're Volged. Oh, these guys are not wild cards. The leader's a wild card, they are not. It was a 6 total, you said?
Mm-hmm.
1 misses you, 1 hits you.
Lovely.
You said it was a 6, right?
Yeah.
So he would have an extra level success. He's going to do extra bonus damage.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much.
He whips out a knife. He comes at you with the knife.
Great! You're going to kill my character.
Not going to kill your character. The dice might kill your character. I'm not going to kill your character. 2. Ooh, the knife die exploded.
Thank you!
What's your toughness?
7.
Okay, I got good news and I got bad news.
What's that?
The good news is he doesn't really do a lot to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every wild card such as yourself has 3 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And before you get to the wounds, you have to take a shaken result first. He has a total of 12 points rolled, and your toughness is 7. So this is how this works. 12 minus 7 equals him with 5.
Okay.
Okay? Every 4 points over is a result. So the first result is shaken. He shakes you. Shaking means you cannot advance towards an opponent, and you can't attack them. At the end of the round, you get a roll to try to remove the shaken effect.
Okay.
He then has 1 point over that, but it's still not full 4 points, so he can't actually inflict a wound on you. So at this point, you're just shaken. He gives you like a cut in your arm, or he scares you with a knife somehow. Your character's not actually wounded.
Okay.
At least not severely. There might be like a little cut or something, but she's not really hurt. All right, she's just kind of shook up.
Okay.
And that was with his gang up bonus, and he got lucky to get that. He'd explode to hit you. All right, the next person up in the initiative order then is Chandler. Chandler suddenly appears behind these guys. He doesn't waste any time. In one hand, he's got pepper spray. Notice how all 3 of these guys are standing right next to each other, and there's 2 guys in front of them who are standing next to each other?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they turn around and look at it. He hits the whole group.
Oh boy.
fail, fail, success, success, and fail. So these 3 guys in front all go down screaming as they get pepper sprayed. These 2 guys make the save. He then strides forward and he drops the pepper spray can, draws a taser, and it's one of the kinds that you stab people with, and proceeds to just waylay them. Now, the way the Savage World system works, he doesn't actually have a multi-action penalty for the pepper spray because it's an area effect. They have to roll to save against it.
Okay.
Their area effects, you don't really roll to hit the area effect. You have like a template thing you put down. Anyone under the template has to save. On this, he's attacking 3 people. Because he's a Grimm, he has a combat feat that gives him 1 extra basic attack for free. So rather than have a multi-action penalty of -6, he only has a multi-action penalty of -4.
Okay.
And he proceeds to go after them. So they get to roll 2d6 and 2d10. Each one of these is a group attack. He has a d10 combat. Because, you know, Grimm. Well, that poor guy. Now here I rolled a Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to spend a Benny to re-roll that.
Okay.
He has 2 successful hits, and 1 guy he hit really well. Their parry is 7. So this is a 1 hit. I'll roll that 1 hit first. Guy has to roll to resist the taser, and he's vogued. He rolls a 1. He's out of the fight. The other guy, 9, gives me 2 over, gives me 11. 2 extra sets that has to make the taser save at a -2. And he's out of the fight. And then Chandler finishes his movement by getting to about there on the outside of the car. The Joker guy now decides to go.
Oh, yay.
So now we're at this part of the fight. Seeing a Grimm come at him,
Yeah.
the poor Nezumi decides to pop every round he has in this pistol
Oh, no.
at the poor Grimm.
Oh, no. I hope Chandler's prepared.
Now, he needs to roll a 4 better base to hit with a single shot. Bursting, if I remember the rules correctly, he's bursting as opposed as a -4 to hit. So that means he needs now an 8. And Grimm automatically intimidated until he makes the save, which he doesn't do. So he's in -2. He has to roll 10s. Unfortunately, he happens to be the guy who has the wild card. So I get to roll his firearm skill.
Oh, badly.
His firearm skills is only a d4, but he does get his wild die. He fires, and the whole time you see Chandler just walking towards him very calmly as the guy just keeps dumping rounds, and he's so panicking not taking time to aim, he doesn't hit him with a single shot. You hear people in the background, though, screaming.
Of course.
Because those bullets have to go somewhere. Okay? This guy, seeing his boss is fighting a Grimm, decides to beat feet out this door. And on the way out, just to try to like keep anyone from following him, he bites this guy in the shoulder.
Nice.
And you actually see like the big rat Mongol.
Hopefully he doesn't have rabies.
The last guy to act is this guy who went up, but he gave it up to gang up, so we're up to Tabby. Tabby's like, "You did not just hurt my friend." She moves up to attack. Now there's no gang up bonus because there's 2 and 2. And she will proceed. She has just enough to land a hit. With a single claw strike. You see her claws scratch along the guy's weapon arms because they both have weapons, and he drops the weapon.
Yay!
And we are to the next initiative.
Cool. You draw cards. I'll go, table.
So my wife just asked me, why does my life have to get complicated, when she realized that she can't let the fleeing guy flee because they just saw a Grimm come to her Vesson rescue. That's bad in the Vesson community. There's actually an episode where they are putting Monroe on trial for being a friend of a Grimm. Granted, it was a minority of Vesson that were doing that, but still, word gets around. And I'm going to do one more shuffle, and we'll see how well everything goes. All right. Get a picture of the battlefield for the people viewing on the YouTubes. So now we have this situation where this guy, I'm going to point the pen to, is fleeing the battlefield by jumping from car to car, and they need to catch him, or it might go bad for them in the long-term concerns.
Well,
All right.
Isn't already bad in long-term concerns?
So, you have a 2 of diamonds, or 5 of clubs. I assume you want the 2 of diamonds?
Duh. Do you really have to ask?
Tabby has a king and a queen. So she's going slow.
She go real slow. She's supposed to be like cat. Pouncing on these guys.
Chandler has a 9 and a jack. Okay, so they're out. They're out. Take the incapacitated guys off the map so I'm confused. Ooh. Well, that's good news. King of spades on the one facing down Chandler. 4 diamonds on the 2 in front of you and Tabitha. And the fleeing guy has a deuce of spades. He's going very fast this turn.
Shit.
Yep.
I've got to roll to keep from being shaken, right?
On your turn, yeah. Oh, no, sorry, at the end of every round. So at the end of last round, this should have been a roll for it.
Oh. Well,
So go ahead and do that roll for me.
What am I rolling?
You are rolling a vigor, if I remember correctly.
Yes. D6.
No, I'm sorry, spirit. Shaken is spirit. You're rolling a spirit.
Oh, yay.
Target number is 4.
Oh, yeah.
You recover from being shaken. You may act normally this round.
Yay. I'm gonna go pounce on that little motherfucker.
Okay, well, the first person to act is the fleeing guy with his 2 of spades.
Great.
Because that's the highest card on the initiative order right now. So he will run his little ass away. He makes an athletics check. He's a wild card, so he gets his wild die.
Can he trip? No? You should have made him
He
trip.
successfully makes his run check, and he's in Volga form, so he gets a little bit of a speed bonus.
Little bastard.
Only 2, so his free movement is 2, and then his Volga is 8. He gets to this door on the far end, and you hear him fiddling with the door to try to open it. So yeah, he covered the whole car. He covered 30 feet. Sorry, 60 feet, like that.
Nice.
He's running. All right, the next person to go then is you.
Well, I got 2 guys breathing down my face. Then there's a guy that's getting away. I don't know, how far does our TK go?
They haven't really given us a good example on the show, so I was going to rule it runs about 100 feet. 100 feet seems pretty far to me. Now, each one of these cars is 60 feet long, so there's 60 feet right there.
Yeah.
Right?
So...
Each square is 6 feet rough on their battle map, so that would be 72, 84. You need to be up in this round to even try this, just past this guy, just to try to affect him.
Okay, so we really have to deal with the 2 guys in front of me first to be able to do anything.
Yep. Or you can draw of weapon and fire. You did bring your gun.
True.
There are cameras, however, in the subway.
Exactly the problem. And she's already in enough legal trouble. So, clearly it would be self-defense because they did come after her. But does she really want to deal with the
This is going to be 3 assaults on you in the span of 3 days. You are looking at having your firearm license yanked if you don't leave the city. And oh yeah, that's right, you can't leave the city right now because you're still in an investigation for murder.
So she'll just punch him.
Okay.
Not her fault everybody's coming out of the woodwork trying to kill her. But at this point she might be considering finding some hidey hole to go in. Change her hair color. Put on a disguise. Something like that so she's not easily recognizable. Wait, what am I rolling?
I believe you're rolling an unarmed combat.
Okay, I was just making sure it was still a d6. 4.
He parries. Par! Alright. The next person up the initiative order then is going to be the 2 guys in front of you and Tabby. I'm going to spend one of my bennies as the GM and have them maximize their attack dice.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh.
So, actually their attack dice are D8s if I remember correctly. So 8 and 8, and then I need another. Here we go. So one has a 12, 16, 20. Okay, so the one attacking Tabby has a 20. So as Tabby wanted to attack this round, she wasn't going full defense. He hits her. He needed to hit her. I believe she has a 9 parry.
I don't know.
Because she's Volked. So that's going to make that a 3. 10, 11. So he's got 2 extra successes to hit her. So he will hit her for his strength and his weapon plus 2d6 damage. Need a d4. Did you steal my d4s?
No.
D8
My
his strength
D4s
and
are
2
right
extra d6 damage. Here's his damage roll on her.
Do you really have to have one explode?
I did. Alright, so 9, 10, 11. He does 20 points. Now her toughness right now is pretty high. Let me find it. Oh, it's down here.
Yeah, right down there.
I thought it was still on the couch.
No, you had to move it because the cat was deciding to make a bed out of it.
Her toughness is an 8, so I had 20,
20, 22, something like that.
21 I thought. Okay, so 21 minus 8 gives me 12. So the first 4 points then is going to be shaken, so she takes 2 wounds if she doesn't spend a Benny to soak. She spends a Benny and she gets to make a soak roll. Now when you're damaged over your toughness, the way the system works, you can spend a Benny point and it helps you try to soak damage. She now makes a vigor roll, and her vigor right now that she's Volged is a D8. Yeah, D8. 6. So she soaks one of those extra wounds, she only takes 1 wound.
Okay.
So the knife hits her, you hear Tabby go, "Oh!" as the knife sticks in her gut.
Ooh.
And then she gets to go before the other guy does, but then we still have the guy trying to hit you. Your parry is a...
6.
Yes, you were struck.
Yay!
He strikes you for a total of
8.
8, and your toughness is...
7.
So you are back to being shaken.
Stop shaking me!
Okay. Tabitha goes next. Her turn, so you get to try to recover from being shaken. Which she does not, so she cannot act.
Oh, yay, thank you.
The knife wound hurts too much. Then that brings us to Chandler. Chandler takes 2 steps forward to the guy with the gun. It's going click, 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 click. He'll take a multi-action penalty. He pushes this guy into the car, runs past him, give him a notice roll to see who's in danger, and he notices that you're both tied up, and now he's going to make a decision. Does he go after this guy, or does he help you two? Honestly, I can see this one going either way. Because this is an almost equal fight. And he's pretty convinced that Tabby can take care of hers. Instead, he ends up turning from the door. He finishes his... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because now he'd have to make a running roll if he didn't do anything else. He'll take the multi-action penalty and hit this guy again. She does, and he will inflict... he wasn't shaken. He ends up shaking this guy. And we are in a new turn.
What? How do I unshake myself again?
You make a spirit roll now at the end of the round.
8.
You only need a 4, so yeah, you got it.
Yay. Doesn't Tabitha need to roll for shaken?
She already unshook herself on her... Oh, that's right. She did. She failed. That's right. Let me give that in just a second. Okay. Go, Tabby, go. Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Definitely. A growl kind of escapes her lips. Okay, you get an ace of hearts.
Yay.
Tabby, low again. 8 of clubs. Chandler gets 6 of diamonds. Guys in front of you get a king of spades. Shaking guy gets an 8 of hearts, and the fleeing guy gets a 5 of clubs. But I already know what he's going to do. He's just going to hightail it out of here. So now at this point in the battle, we have this situation. So in the car where the heroes are, situation they're in, and the car where the guy's fleeing, this turn he's going to end up getting out of there, and all those NPCs you see in there right now are just travelers who are like, oh my god, what's happening? Where's security? Right.
Yeah, where is security? Lazy asses.
First up, you.
I got 2 idiots trying to kill me. I'm gonna punch them.
Now keep in mind, they are armed with knives.
So...
You could draw your pistol.
now I can draw my pistol?
I said you could do it last round, but I was just saying that there might be some ramifications to it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. She wants to keep her pistol.
So do you draw your pistol this round or not?
I don't know. One of them did stab her and stab her friend in the gut.
Cut you and stab Tabby pretty good, yeah.
But she'll bring out her damn pistol.
Okay, now if you bring out your pistol where you are right now, that guy's going to get a chance to grab it because you're right next to him.
Okay, fine. She'll just punch him.
Why don't you just take a step back?
Okay.
So you take a step back, draw your pistol.
Yeah.
Do you have the fast draw edge?
No.
Okay, you make the shot at -2. The base to hit him is 4. So now I need 6.
Then again, maybe she shouldn't, because her pistol skill isn't as good as her unarmed combat.
Yeah, but the pistol does lots of damage, and the gunshot might convince him to flee.
She might accidentally hit somebody, though.
That is true. She might. But you also might accidentally hit somebody in melee. You just haven't any snake eyes yet.
Well, I got an exploder, so she didn't accidentally hit anybody. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, you only needed a 6 to hit him. Oh, no. It'd have to be 10 to get the extra die damage. So you're rolling your base weapon. I was wrong. 9mm do not do in my rules 2d6. They do 2d8. Sorry, 2d4.
2d4, okay.
But that means there's a 20% each die explodes, so there's a good chance you still do some significant unk.
And one of them did explode, so... Yeah, 3, 2, and 4.
So 3, 2, and 4 gives us 5, gives us 9 points. Bam! He backs up. He is now shaken. He cannot attack or advance.
Good.
And he's like, ugh!
Can she, like, snarl or something to intimidate, or is she acted out?
Well, Hexenbeast kind of...
Yeah.
Intimidate as an action is an action.
Okay, she's out of actions.
But you can certainly, make eye contact with him. You are a Hexenbeast.
Yeah.
Try to, get that whole skinny
Fear
thing there.
factor, and she's got like a +4 to fear factor.
And that brings us to the next lowest initiative is the 5 of clubs, which is the fleeing guy, who makes his athletics, and he is gone.
Yay! Not really.
All right, next one up. Chandler. Before the shaken guy gets a chance to move, Chandler is going to take a multi-action penalty. He moves behind the guy. That's his first thing to do because he wants to make sure he gets another action later. Smacks this guy in the back. It's his first attack. Come here, you. Has enough to hit him. 10 over the toughness. He's now gone out of the fight because he was already shaken. If they take any wound or another shaken result, they're removed. He then finishes his movement here. His second attack roll, again on the shaken guy, removes him automatically, leaving him just one healthy inhale guy. Now he gets a gang up bonus because Tabithy's in front of the guy. I need my extra d6 for damage. Yeah, gone. So through the running battlefield, you see Chandler move. He knocks one guy in the back of the head, knocks him senseless. The guy that you shot and was shaken, he actually rabbit punches in the kidney. The guy goes down. He comes back behind the other guy. He just kind of ear pops him, and boom, they're all just out.
Cool.
Tabby is about to attack him because all she sees right now is Grimm coming at her.
Can I stop her?
But makes it by 1 point. So basically what I'm ruling is she starts to take a step forward, and he actually grabs her wrists and just says, "Stop." And she's snarling and trying to actually bite at him before she calms down. But she does calm down. The guy right here next to Tabby, since she stepped forward to do that, says offhandedly, "Jesus, lady, have a little gratitude."
Yeah.
Your turn.
Well, the other guy is gone, right?
You might be able to catch him.
Okay, she'll try to run after him.
Give me an athletics check.
I don't have athletics.
You don't have
I'm
athletics?
gonna remedy that. Athletics and what was the other one? Streetwise. You just want me to be skill heavy, don't you?
It's an urban fantasy game. By nature, it's skill heavy.
5.
A 5.
Yeah.
Alright, so you make your run check. Give me a d6 roll.
Just a D6.
Just a d6. It's for extra running movement.
2.
So this round, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You get all 8 into the car.
Okay.
Okay? As you're running by, Chandler's like, "What am I supposed to do?" And he looks down and sees how bad she's bleeding. Oh, shit. And that's like the last thing you hear before you're leaving the car. Now, he booked feet all the way this way.
Mm-hmm.
So, taking them off the map. It's like here you are in this car in the end, right?
She's pissed.
There's a car in between you. There's another car beyond that. See why I did it this way so we'd have a running car chase? Right? And he's all the way at the end of that car.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Out of range.
No, because since they have the random movement, it is possible for you to score extra pace and him to score lower than you, and you catch up to him. Representing someone's getting winded, they tripped on something.
He's still out of range for teak, though.
Out of range for teak, yes.
So, what, do I just run again?
Do you want to run after him again? I mean, both of you are running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I roll another D?
You roll another athletics check first. Okay, he makes his.
4.
4, you make yours. Roll a d6, add motion.
5.
5. What's your base pace? 6?
What is my... Yeah.
So you have an 11. His base pace is 8. He has a 12.
Okay.
So he beat you by 1. So he goes 1 square, and then you move forward. So he moves forward, I should say. 1 more square than you, so I want to say. So his base pace of 12, yours of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You get into this car. Let me move this car out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's at the end of the other door. And there are people, of course, in these cars, which I'll represent by these, who are like all diving out of the way. And you roll.
5.
5 for him. You both made athletics.
1.
So you go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's out of range now. He's gone.
Can't chase him anymore?
Nope. He will next turn get out of the subway when it goes to stop.
See, this is why you can't do a Hexen Beast in a chase scene. They don't chase.
You actually probably could have caught him if Chandler hadn't have fucked it up last round.
What do you mean he fucked it up?
If Chandler had gone after the guy rather than come to help you guys,
Oh.
he probably could have caught the guy. But he was more concerned about you because you're a pair of helpless little girls. I mean, at first he thought you were capable, and he saw the stab wound, and he's like, oh, crap.
Well, at this point, she's gonna go back.
Alright, I figured as much. Okay, so you
Oh,
walk back.
oh,
People in the cars are staring at you like,
Ex-boyfriend, I had to slug him.
give me a speech roll.